Hello survivors and welcome to today's video. So we've got another base tour for you today, and this one is on Extinction on Official. And this is our main base, and I know it doesn't look as grandiose as our other build, but this one is kind of like a sleeper base. I hated this base at first, can I just say. When the Dino Lord first found and started pillaring this area and started building, I was like, I don't want it, because look, this is how it started out. And it was just, it's disgusting. So I was calling it the piss hole, because inside, as you'll see in a second, if we go take a look, I'll put them side by side so you can see, you know, what it was like and what it is like now. And if we go in through the front doors, it looks amazing now. What he's done with it is incredible. But before, it looks like someone had been like peeing inside there and on the walls. Like you can smell the urine when you look inside it. And the difference it has made with what he has done, it looks clean now, it looks fresh, it looks like a place where I want to be. So I wanted to share this with you guys because I think he's done a fantastic job at transforming this space. Before we go and take a look inside, I'll just let you know what the coordinates are. So we're in the sunken area on Extinction, and the coordinates are 17.5, 12.3. And as you've seen, it's in like this pre-existing structure on the map, inside of a giant pillar. And another thing I'm not keen on is that other structure in front of the doorway, but there was nothing we could do about that because that was just a structure that was actually there on the map. So we've used it to put our water retainers on. Obviously it's a bit ugly and a bit of an eyesore right outside the front door, but it is what it is. We will take a full look at the outside of the structure and sort of a closer look at what he has done with it at the very end of the video where we do some pans. But for now, we'll go in through the front door and take a look at the foyer. And this is the bit that he's built out front of the pillar. And it is so bright and airy. I love it. It's mostly made out of tech, of course, with some Bob's Tall Tales skins here and there. So no modded skins or anything like that in this one. It is basically just the vanilla game with some DLC sprinkled in. And obviously we've had to display our boss flags and things like that. And the trees and the foliage, the plants and stuff, they are all part of Bob's Tall Tales. So they're the ones where you get like this, you make the shovel and the pot and then you like dig them up and then you can display them as either a plant pot or a crop plot. We'll take a little look up at the ceiling, which he's not keen on and he said I shouldn't show you, but just for you to get an idea of how he's made it, because as usual, we're not going to have a build video because he's a nightmare to try and film when he's building. He doesn't even tell me when he's starting, so I don't know when to press record. And I can't trust him to press record because like, no, I'm just playing the game, I'm playing the game. So I just record these and show them in the hope that they might be inspiration to someone. But as for like recreating this or blueprinting it, he's not interested. He works quite a lot, you see. So when he plays just to sort of relax. So yeah, that is why we do tours and we don't do like blueprints or full builds, you know? So that section there that you see in front with like a hole, that is a staircase which goes down to the raising area, and we will go and have a look at that in a bit. So basically he has sort of sectioned it out. So he'd added a layer on top and a layer underneath. But you can still see a bit of the piss walls, look. But he's managed to kind of disguise it and tie it in with sort of the plants and a bit of decor and stuff. And then on that side, you can't see any pee wall at all. But look at it. I think it looks a bit like an aquarium. That's what it reminds me of being in here. And when I think of it that way, the original walls that were here, I feel like kind of add to the charm of the place, if you know what I mean, where I would not have thought that before at all. And I can't take any credit for any decor or anything in this one. Usually I will decorate the bases that he makes, but I have not touched this one because I did not want to play in it. I was disgusted by it. So he went nuts trying to make it a place that we would both like to play from. So he's got this huge planter going down the center of the room as well, which he has made. And again, that's tech, that's the Bob Tall Tales skin and the Bob Tall Tales plants inside there. And then there's a wall at the side, which he has buried the dedicated storage boxes into. They're nice and flush and just look great. And he's added his own flair as he usually does. So his little ornate pieces over the little sections with the upside down railings and stuff. We've got a few giant mushrooms here and there because you're going to have a giant mushroom at base, haven't you? And it's the Bob's Tall Tales wall lamps that we're using. So that's just a little section that he's made for our grinder and our vault. And then there's more of these plants everywhere. And they're plants from like different maps. A lot of them are aberration plants just mixed in with regular trees. And then you can see he's sectioned off the next area as well. But I think before we go in there, we'll come back here and take a look at the other side. And as you can see, this side is pretty much the same as the other side. So with the dedicated storage boxes flush in with the wall. And then an upper area here, which is our kitchen. And I love this kitchen. He's made this a kitchen that I will want to be in. Fair play to him, because he knows I like things a certain way in the kitchens. And it's a lovely view in this kitchen of the planter and stuff. And yeah, like I said, I never thought I'd want to play from here because I hated it. But I absolutely love it now. And it is our main, like this is our main base. This is where we store everything, basically. So we wanted it to be small, compact, and easily renderable. And so what more perfect place than a little hole in the side of the building, you know? So if we go through into here, we've got our Titan heads on the walls, obviously, because it's Extinction, and you've got to have your Titan heads on the wall. And there's our forge, just a couple of storage boxes next to it, one of them with the Dino Lord's tech ceilings. He likes his tech ceilings, he uses them for trade. I think we traded one of our old bases for them, so yeah, he's got quite a bit in there. I say he likes his tech ceilings, he's not keen. He did a trade hoping for like an assortment of tech, because it was just a trade for tech, and he ended up with just ceilings. He's like, what am I going to do with all these ceilings? He was hoping he could like build a base or something, but yeah, no, just ceilings. But they're coming very handy because Stephen, I don't know if Stephen's watching, but he sometimes gives Stephen them, because Stephen always goes out and gets a load of random stuff in trade with them. And he comes back with some crazy things, so it's always exciting to see what's he going to get next, you know? And up here is our little bedroom. And my one contribution to this base is those bottles on the railing. I'm not sure why, but one day I just wanted to put them there, so I've put them there. That is the only thing I have done in this base. If we come down from the bedroom, we'll take a look up here into the crafting area. So here we've got our replicator, all our crafting stations, and more tech dedicated storage boxes. Clean, tidy, ideal for a main base for us. For like, this is our storage base, like I said. And then obviously there's a little discrepancy, which is there's a bed next to a metal storage box, because obviously when we come back from AB, we've needed to store it somewhere, and that's a bit of a mess. But other than that, I think it's very tidy base. And everything is easily accessible, which is always a biggie for me. Oh my god, and my favourite area. I don't know why, but there's something about that smithy area that I just love. I don't know if it's all the plants behind it or what, but I just think it looks fantastic. So that is the upper floor of the base. And I love it. I really love it. So now we can go and take a look at the lower level, which is, as I said earlier, the raising area. So down here, there's once again been a big change from how it was before. We've got a little room he's made in here, which is our generator room. So we've got a generator and a water reservoir in here, which is quite handy. And he's done some little sectioned off bits again. So we've got our barrels down there. We've got fridges up there for extra meat and berries and stuff, you know, like overflow. And then down here is our raising area. At the moment, we're just doing a couple of wyverns. We've got our tech troughs in the floor there. Again, it's mostly tech. You can still see a bit of the pissy walls in here. I don't know how many times I've said piss in this video. I'm really sorry. Our cryo fridge is down there. And then up here is the incubation area and some extra fridges for like eggs and things, you know? And that's the full base. So as you can see, it's a lot different to how it was before and a lot more spacious. Like you don't think when you look into the
SHITHOLE shithole
that it's gonna be spacious, do you? It looks a bit sort of small, like you couldn't fit a raising area and all your crafting and everything in there. But when you start building in here, it turns out it's a lot bigger than what you'd think. So I'd love to know what you guys think about it. Oh, there he is. There he is. He's busy. He's always busy, the Dino Lord. If you're ever like playing with him, you'll just see he's constantly knocking about doing something. I just hope he doesn't get in the glamour shots, but he may well do. So apologies in advance for that. And yeah, that's the base. Leave a like if you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Consider subscribing if you're not already. And now let's have a look at some panoramic shots of the whole thing.